black people are created inferior. We've grown from the fact that, or from the idea that women are inferior. We've did a lot of growing morally. The people in the past, not saying there can't be any good people in the past, but I think in the past the Bible would have been more susceptible to corruption because like we've grown so damn much. You know what I
I
mean?
feel you. Like I said, that's my only problem when it comes to religion, is the flaws. Like I said, I can ask somebody like a Christian or somebody who goes to church every Sunday faithfully, knows the Bible like the back of their hand. Okay, well, why did God say this? Why did God say I have to be this way? Why did God say
Why
I
does
can't?
God have to? Why did God say you have to obey the law of the land? What does that have to do with God?
And that's kind of my like. Why did God say I'm not allowed to have tattoos?
Why did God say be fruitful and multiply one day and then say something about fornication the next day?
Yeah, I'm saying like, not saying because of the handwritten makes it good. Like, yeah, basically that like the handwritten stuff that goes in the Bible makes it confusing because you don't know if that's man's opinion
Mm-hmm.
or what he really said, or is that how the person took it when he heard it.
How did we go from having a bunch of wives to just being monogamous?
True indeed.
You know what I mean? And that's why in the Muslim religion they're like, yo, they don't say nothing about monogamy.
Yeah, it's a, you have many wives as long as you can take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's crazy to me. Like not crazy, but it's like it's confusing. That's what I said. That's why a lot of people nowadays they don't necessarily not believe in God. They don't believe in religion. That's crazy. Like I said, I know a couple people who like, yo, like one of my boys said that actually. He's like, I turned to atheist. He's like, why God put us through so much stuff when it's the stuff that I like to do. He's like, I like to drink, I like to smoke, I like to do that. But he said it's bad, but it's the stuff I like to do.
God didn't even say smoking
That's
was bad.
and that's why I don't know about that. But I like you right. I mean, not saying you're right for being an atheist. I said I'm gonna pray for you, but I'm like, I feel you where you're coming from because like the way people make it is like, I'm not saying I don't want to be religious, but it's like there's so much corruption in each religion that okay, if I'm sure that I'm the right one I'm following, like I said, all it boils down to like, yo, nowadays, yeah, everybody believes in God. They believe there is a God or some type of higher power, but their views on it is different. Like some people don't believe in religion, but they believe in God. They believe in Jesus, but they don't believe in the religion. They don't believe in the way he died. They don't believe in the things he said because shit, you had a king rewrite the whole damn Bible to his liking.
Yeah. Well, King James didn't rewrite it, but I'm sure he had some influence in it.
Yeah, like from what I was told, it was customized to his liking,
Mm.
so people in the land can obey him.
I can see him doing that shit.
That's why I said it's like that's crazy. I mean, but that's just religion. Not to mention, like if Jesus died Jewish, how do we all convert from being Jewish to Christianity?
Yeah.
Like, oh, he died. He's not a Jew no more. He's a Christian. He never said that. We never heard him say anything like that. At least from my knowledge, I don't like I say I don't understand the Bible. So if he did say that, I don't know. But I never heard anybody saying that. Jewish said not to be like Jesus said not to be Jewish because I died Jewish.
The crazy thing is, I don't really like. I gotta do this for me. Gotta kind of look into some things and ask some and write some questions down that are really really serious questions that I question. But at the same time, it's like no matter what question I have, you can't take away the fact that man had involvement in the Bible. And when you look at that aspect, it's like